Howdy ho, welcome back to the show, all you wonderful Swifties out there. Guess what? I got another one for you. I got another one from the Long Pond Sessions for you. This is Betty. And Betty, you can call me Al. No, I'm kidding. You can call me Al if you'd like, but in case you're too young to know, that's a song. It's by Paul Simon. Anyway, I digress. Yes, this is Betty from Long Pond Sessions. And yes, there's like a little clip of an interview that I'm going to include at the end. And yes, I'm going to dive into the lyrics after the video. But first, let's check this out. I'm going to bring up the screen for you all. I'm going to do the love right there. This is the channel is called Taylor Nation. So very cool, very cool. Got to thank them and love them too for supporting Taylor. My wife left me a note that she got lyrics up. Aha! She's good like that. She's good. She knows. That's my boss. Hey, you know, got to set her monkey up with the right materials to be able to do my job. God love her. All right. Full screen here. Swifties, let's buckle up. Let's do some Betty.
Betty, I won't make assumptions about why you switched your homeroom, but I think it's 'cause of me. Betty, one time I was riding on my skateboard when I passed your house. It's like I couldn't breathe. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times, but this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you.
Oh.
But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you.
It's funny when I hear her curse. I don't know why, but you know, I see this young girl sitting on a couch there looking all, you know, sweet and, you know, and then she just pops an F-bomb and it just hits me, you know, because I can't on this channel because I don't want YouTube to like give me any hassles or anything, you know. So I'll say effing or I'll say frack or something or friggin'. Which is not how I speak because I'm a New Yorker and F-bombs are just part of language. You know, even my doctor uses that on a regular basis. I don't even like think about it anymore. But when I lived out in the Midwest, I lived out in Indiana for 4 years, I noticed it was like a big thing. And I felt really like conscious about it. Like, you know, everyone's saying dang and stuff. And it was weird for me. So I had to like try to curtail it. And obviously I'm not bad at that because I've never slipped on this channel, at least as far as I know. I just think it's adorable when I hear her say it. I do. I don't know. There's so much I can talk about here. I love her voice. I'm getting an idea of what the song's about. I like that it's all acoustic guitars and I'm just being a total guitar nerd right now. I'm sure you guys don't mind hearing more Taylor if I back it up. But I noticed that Vox bass sitting right there. And it's a violin kind of bass. The one that Paul McCartney made famous back in the old days of the Beatles. Although that was a Hofner, not a Vox. But Voxes are cool, man. I mean, so many bands back in the 60s used Vox, like the Monkees and the Beach Boys and Paul Revere and the Raiders. And I mean, on and on. And I'm a guitar nerd, so I'm seeing all these guitars. I'm just loving it. But yeah, her voice is so good. And she looks so demure there, sitting on that little couch. And it's a very pretty melody. I really like it. I really like this a lot.
Minutes, you can't believe a word she says most times, but this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you.
That's something right there.
But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Betty, I know where it all went wrong. Your favorite song was playing from the far side of the gym. I was nowhere to be found. I hate the crowds, you know that. Plus I saw you dance with him. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times, but this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. I was walking home on broken cobblestones, just thinking of you, and she pulled up like a figment of my worst intentions. She said, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights, slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long. Betty, I'm here on your doorstep, and I planned it out for weeks now, but it's finally sinking in. Betty, right now is the last time I can dream about what happens when you see my face again. The only thing I wanna do is make it up to you. So I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Will you have me? Will you love me? Will you kiss me on the porch in front of all your stupid friends? Will you kiss me? Will it be just like I dreamed it? Will it patch your broken wings? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Standing in your cardigan, kissing in my car again. Stopped at a street light, you know I miss you.
I like how the two guys are looking at each other for their cues. I don't know if they're hearing a metronome in their ears that click, 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 click to be able to be right on. I think they're just visually doing it. But I think I got a sense of the song already. Let's do the lyrics first. Let's understand this. Betty, I won't make assumptions about why you switched your homeroom, but I think that's 'cause of me. Betty, one time I was riding on my skateboard. I can see that too. Taylor's zipping down the road on her skateboard. When I passed your house, it's like I couldn't breathe. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times. But this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go F myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17. I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Now, at this point, when I heard this, I thought, well, maybe she got with Betty's guy, or a guy that Betty liked, or something that she did to her. If I told you it was just a summer thing, and then she said, I'm just 17, I don't know anything. But could it be that, something to do with a guy, or even like something that happened between the two of them? And it kind of fell out, or Betty didn't know what to take of it, switched her homeroom, blah blah blah. So let's see what else is happening here. Betty, I know where it all went wrong. Your favorite song was playing. From the far side of the gym, I was nowhere to be found. I hate the crowds, you know that. Plus, I saw you dance with him. That's my first guess. You heard the rumors from Inez. You can't believe a word she says most times. I like the name of the person who sang these rumors, that she can rhyme with says. And the name could be correct, or it could be used for artistic purposes, poetic license, But this time it was true. The worst thing I ever did was what I did to you. Taylor with the bridges, that's such an amazing bridge. But if I showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go F myself? Or lead me to the garden? In the garden, would you trust me? If I told you it was just a summer thing, I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. I think they were BFFs, you know what I mean? And something happened with a dude that broke up their relationship. It's an age-old story, This is a great one. I was walking home on broken cobblestones, just thinking of you when she pulled up like a figment of my worst intentions. She said, James, get in, let's drive. So hold on a second. I was just walking home. I was just thinking of you when she pulled up like a figment of my worst intentions. She said, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights, slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long. Now I'm utterly confused, I have to admit. I was just walking home, just thinking of you, when she pulled up. Another girl? And she says, James, get in, let's drive. James. Now I'm confused. I think that one thing has me like, what? James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights, slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long. You meaning Betty, right? This is to Betty. Betty, I'm here on your doorstep, and I planned it out for weeks now, but it's finally sinking in. Betty, right now is the last time I can dream about what happens when you see my face again. The only thing I want to do is make it up to you. So I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Will you have me? Will you love me? Will you kiss me on the porch in front of all your stupid friends? If you kiss me, will it be just like I dreamed it? Will it patch your broken wings? I'm only 17, I don't know anything, but I know I miss you. Standing in your cardigan. I like the way she did that. Instead of standing in your garden, standing in your cardigan. Kissing in my car again. Stopped at a streetlight. You know I miss you. And yeah, this is written by Taylor William Bowery. Taylor and William Bowery. What the hell? I don't know. Let's see what Taylor says. All right, let's see.
One of my favorite things about this record is the fact that there's this trilogy of three, the trinity of Betty, August, and Cardigan are all like, we made August together, we made Cardigan together, we all three
is perfect.
Made Betty together, and Betty was, I just heard Joe singing the entire fully formed chorus of Betty from another room.
Yeah.
And I just was like, hello.
You're like, I do this professionally.
Hello.
I'd love to have a conversation.
It was a step that we would never have taken because why would we have ever written a song together?
I thought you were doing a bit when you're like, Joe and I wrote a song, and then I was like, what? I thought it was going to be like, you know, like people write like cute songs about their animals and relationships, and then you're like, no, we wrote like a real song, and I was like, what? And then you sent it to me, and I was like...
So this was the first time we had a conversation where I came in and I was like, hey, this could be really weird, and we could hate this. So could we just, because we're in quarantine and there's nothing else going on, could we just try to see what it's like if we write this song together? So he was singing the chorus of it, and I thought it sounded really good from a man's voice, from a masculine perspective. And I really liked that it seemed to be an apology. And I've written so many songs from a female's perspective of wanting a male apology that we decided to make it from a teenage boy's perspective, apologizing after he loses the love of his life because he's been foolish.
Allegedly.
Okay.
No, he's been foolish.
No, according to the internet, we don't know what it's about. There's
He's
something...
been foolish.
No, I mean just...
We wrote it, I'm confirming he's
Well, I don't
foolish.
know who William Bower
He was a fool.
is, so yeah,
he was a fool.
Right there from the mouth of the author. There you go. He was foolish, and now we know. Now I know. I'm sure you guys already knew, but now I know. How cool. How cool. What do you guys think? I loved it. I loved it. I don't think I would have gotten that whole perspective. And you know, a lot of Taylor's songs that I've been covering have been about her own issues and her own things. Now that I'm seeing this through the point of a guy, totally different vibe. Oh my God, that is brilliant. Brilliant. I loved it. I love you guys. Swifties are awesome. Swifties rule. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of the whole song and what you guys think of like anything in life. Love talking to you guys. So until the next one, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and I'll see you. Love you.